CSS battle time, and we have dots with bars in them. Okay, this is cool. I'm just seeing 4 circles and then this bar, which could be a border, could be an outline going around it. Okay. I'd like to do border dotted, but I think I'd have to do a rotate with that, and then I'd have to unrotate. Yeah, because I'm imagining this is a square border here. You know, like not just lines across the dots. This is I'm seeing just one square element. You know, because I think that's shorter than making lines across dots. Now, if I do border dotted, I have to rotate. I'd have to unrotate or continue to rotate the other one. And they're all in the same spot. Let's start with that, because yesterday border dotted was just the way to go, which is pretty cool. I think it was the way to go. Actually, I haven't looked at the top submissions yet, so we'll see. So border, let's say 60 pixels dotted. Make it yellow. It is more than 60 apparently. Let's go 80, 100. Looks about right. Let's margin it down. There we go. I'm not sure what the margining needs to be. Somewhere around there. I think top and bottom needs to be less. Needs to be pretty even spacing and gapping. That looks pretty good. Okay, let's throw a rotate on this and just ooh, okay. That's actually pretty doggone close. This might be easier than I thought. 70, 80, 90. Let's leave it at 80. Let's see what this axis looks like. 40. 35 and 75? No. It's really hard to move stuff when it's 85. Ooh. Alright, turn off the diff. Looks really close. It does seem like it's off by a little bit. Let's throw a background on this so we can see we're looking at a black background that way, you know? Boy. I thought I hit autocomplete on that. I did not. Okay, so they're off by a smidge on all of this, which is you know, there we go. That looks better. Alright. Now, let's look at what we get. I'm actually going to leave the these styles just on the HTML. I think that might solid, and we're going to make it blue. Why did it move things just existing with a border? You know? That should just be the body. It shouldn't. Let's go -20. There we are. That's why. Alright, -50. And then if we, I wonder if we close this off, do that, and open that up for nesting and put the rotate down in there, that's what we get. Oops, 85. I think it's 85. Ooh, 36. Okay, let's see if we got 100%. We can wiggle the margins around for the border dotted. I think that we're close. Let's see if we can get it without doing partials. 37, 35. Let's see, 87. Looks better on some, but not on... I'm not sure which way it's moving with any of this, which is, yeah, I'm not getting like consistent results. Let's see, 37, 5. I don't know what I'm doing now. I hate moving rotated objects. I might have to abandon this just to make sure I get something, but I think there's merit here because -86. Got, although I wonder if okay, yeah, that is significantly worse. Okay. Sometimes the diff is misleading, which is the trouble here. Like, if like, oh, I just need to eliminate those things. That's all I got to do. Well, not always. Sometimes you got to make it look worse before it looks better. And I don't know if this is... I might need to do all 4 margins, maybe? You know, and different values on each one. 36 and 86 seem the closest. And not quite there. I need to move the right one over and the bottom one up. If we rotated 45... Okay. So let's say there's top, right, let's say 36 and then 86. Let's just do it this way. So that's left. We don't need that. Let's see what happens when we do 87 on that. That looks a little bit better. And, well, let's just see. .6, okay. 86.5. No, 86 looks better. Let's say 36.5. Maybe I need to make that one 37. I don't know if I'm gonna find this. I'm not good enough at this. Ooh, the circles look better and the lines don't. Okay, alright. So this top is -86, left will be -86, but right, let's go -87. Ooh, okay, 6, -87. 85, 86, 87. Curious. They're all moving. Huh, I can't get them all to be gone. Let's just see. Let's see what this is. This is something new. 99.8. Okay. All right. Someone smarter than me needs to do this. What is my other idea. All right, border image doesn't play nicely with border radius. So theoretically, we could do a border on the HTML, a border image. Let's see. Let's just see. We're gonna do border 20 pixels, solid, not yellow but blue. Right? Oh, this won't work. Because if I make the background a blue circle, I don't need to make the background a blue circle. I don't need a background at all. Oh, I do need a background at all, or else it's not going to fill all in. Okay. Body needs a border. The HTML. I was thinking of box shadowing those circles. Is what I was imagining. I could make it a blue circle. Okay, I can still do this. I just have to add a radius onto the box shadow. I don't really like that, because then I could hide a small circle in here and then expand it when I box shadow out. And then the body would get, or the border image would not show up on the box shadow. Or would it? Okay. Linear gradient. This is already a bad idea. I just kind of want to see what this will do. Give it the slice. Okay, there we have our solid border with border image. Let's margin it down into place, so 50 and 80, something like that. Or actually pretty close. Okay, 100. There it is. All right, so we have that in place. Now, if we do border radius, 2-inch. Yeah. We don't see it. Let's do our outline. The outline should respect the border radius. There's our outline. So, using border image, the linear gradient is pretty short for you know what we're getting. And we could use any of them. I wonder if radial. No, radial gradient is going to be the same length. Conic gradient, I don't think I can do it that short. I think I have to put in the amount of turn. Let's see if I have to put any turn on a conic gradient. I don't. It's one character shorter already. Alright, do I need the solid? Yeah, I do need solid for that. Okay. So this is curious. I don't think this is a good answer. Especially since I can't really get a background. Oh yeah, I can't get a background on here. Alright. Let's put our background is going to be blue. Right? And then we are going to do, I wonder if the box shadows, box shadows won't show up, because if I shrink this margin down to make the size smaller, let's say 140, 150, 60, you know, somewhere in there, right, and make a circle there. Let's take the background off and look at where our border is. There's our border. Yeah. So that won't work. I have to put a border. I could do border radius and then box shadow on the HTML right here to make those 4 balls. But that's getting excessive. I could do a radial gradient repeating on that axis would require rotation. And then some kind of box shadow or border. And then we'd run into the same issue of arranging, manipulating, and maneuvering and all that. I'm going to avoid rotate to get a working solution. Okay. The border image thing is nice. I just don't think I can use it here unless I'm more clever. Take a step back, slow down, think this through. All right, let's take border image and border off. We can do our box shadows with the background, right? The downside of doing the box shadows with a smaller circle is having to do the radius on each one. That adds just, let's see, like we do 50 pixels, 0. Let's go a little further over, 80, 90. Okay, there it is. And then we have to add 1, 2, 3. There, okay. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 extra characters on 4 box shadows. So you're looking at 28 characters just because we sized it smaller. So I think it's worthwhile to do something a little different here. Maybe I do the border image thing. On like a paragraph tag. No, I can just undo border radius. It's not worth it. I'm looking at this I think I've gotten in too deep now, and I'm overcomplicating this and not looking at it the right way. And I'm having a hard time like stepping back and looking at it right. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna, if I maneuver the HTML out of the way with margin and have it just the normal size and then put them in, then I have to maneuver the body back into place and size it appropriately. I mean, it should be doable, but it sounds like a pain and a lot of time. I kind of have the time tonight. I have other things I should do, but I do have the time. Okay. Let's just get this out there, and maybe I can think of something better some other time. Let's do color on this. Do that. I do have an idea, actually. Oh, no. I was thinking back in the border image thing, but doing that with outline, but outline won't take border image. I don't think there's an outline image. But outline does have the property of outline offset. So if I had a square outline, I could offset it, but that would be mixing the two, and that isn't going to work. So now we're going to go 0, 90 pixels, 0, 0, 20. And then we're going to go 0, negative 90 pixels. Oh, and that one I don't actually need a space. Yay, the only one. 0, 0, no, 0, 20 pixels. There we are. And we put the right color on it. Put the right color on it. I did something wrong. There it is. There we be. Okay. Bad solution. Okay. And then we hit our body. We don't have a background on it, so it'll be just fine with its little border. And it won't have a border radius either. 20 pixels solid, because we did the thing with the thing. You know what I mean? And then we margin. Ooh, it's almost there. I think it's negative 70. There we go. At least that part's decent. Let's hit submit. Let's get 100%. Please be 100%. right? Yay, 100%. So I think moving the HTML and then doing that and then having a longer margin would save you, it would still be worthwhile. What time is it? 10:15. Got dishes to do still. I wasted all my time chasing something else. The border dotted, it's got to be the way to go. It's just finding those little margins. We already know this. So, all right, I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna go ahead and leave it and walk away, and it's okay. Hope you're having a good time, and I will catch you later. I'm gonna minify. I'll put how many characters it is in the description, of course. But catch you later.